Hey guys, Gamer Charizard here, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, hello, welcome, my name's Charlie, it's nice to meet you. I post gaming related videos as often as I can, including The Sims, Minecraft and more. If you enjoy anything, please consider smashing that like button and subbing to my channel, as well as hitting the bell icon so you don't miss a single episode of your favourite series. Thank you so much and I hope you enjoy this video. Welcome back to Sakura no Seki, our sanctuary here in Planet Zoo. If you want to catch up with those and not get any spoilers of animals that have been added recently, then please hit the I at the top right of your screen right now to catch up and then come back and enjoy this video. Right now we actually have 3 big animal exhibits and 3 smaller animal exhibits. The 3 small exhibits that we actually have are the red-eyed tree frog. Over here we have the green iguana and the axolotl. And then in our big enclosures we started off with our big cats. We have 2 jaguars, Moon and Charmer. Charmer is currently not very well, so it is in the veterinary surgery, unfortunately, at the moment. And they have 3 children right now, and I think little one here actually is also ill. So I'm hoping that we'll be able to research the rest of that and get them cured and back into the zoo as soon as possible, and that the others do not also contract that. I think that actually happened at the last part of last episode before I'd finished recording and taking pictures of the new animals. So in this exhibit here we actually have our pygmy hippos. We have 3 females and 2 males, one of which is our newest addition, a little boy, and Anna here is actually expecting her first child very soon in July. So we do have to wait a little bit, but time does fly quite well in this game. And over on the right side over here we actually have our Timberwolf exhibit, and we have 5 females and 1 alpha male in here, and one of the females is actually the newest addition, Natasha, and she was only born at the end of last episode. Unfortunately they only had the 1 pup, whereas normally I find they sometimes can have up to 3 or 4 at a time, but Mama only had 1. But at least we've got this little gem, and what we will always do with the Timberwolves is make sure there's no inbreeding, and as soon as any get of age we will make sure to move them out, rotate in some new, so we can have new genes and continue expanding the Timberwolves so that we can have plenty in this big enclosure. Now what I actually did last episode was focus mainly on building an underground viewing area of the underwater part of the pygmy hippos, as well as the cave that the Timberwolves lie in. So if we actually go down under here, ignore the mess, I am not a very good builder, but it was still quite fun and quite challenging to do, but I managed to do it in the end. And if you come down here you'll be able to get a very nice view of the clear water area where the pygmy hippos walk across the bottom of the water and glide along the top. You've got little one over here, Mama over here, and I believe Dad possibly over here, if not one of the other females. On the other side over here you get a clear view into the Timberwolf's cracked glass, which I've actually asked a mechanic to come through and sort that out, but the Timberwolf's cave over here. And if we actually just go inside we will actually come around this corner. Here is the littlest new addition to this pack right here. Super cute, super adorable. We've got all different kinds of coats in here. We've got reddish colours, we've got white colours, so that's quite, I really wish they'd add some more to make it more variety, but I do like the different coats that come with each animal. And if we come over here, double click on this little guy, here is our first baby pygmy hippo. If you missed the picture of him in the previous thumbnail, or also at the end of the episode. So yeah, we're expecting another little one of these guys. We'll have to wait unfortunately for some more Timberwolves as well as some more jaguars, because as soon as these little ones grow up, then, which, I mean, it's not far off. I think it's about 4 years old, maybe 3, maybe 4 years old or so, that they grow up into mature adults, and then we can keep one of them behind, possibly for breeding in the future, and send off the other ones to the wild, or send them off to sell to other zoos, and then we'll keep Mum and Dad around, and hopefully they'll have another couple of cubs before they too either go to retirement or what have you. I'm actually thinking of doing another zoo where we basically have a retirement home theme for these animals. So once they've done what they need to do in our zoo, we move them over there, put them in an enclosure so they can just chill, enjoy the rest of their days, and not have to worry about breeding or anything like that. So let me know if you're interested in something like that, and we can just do like basic enclosures that have everything they need, and then once they're ready to go, we can build them their enclosure, put them over into that zoo, and it can be like, I don't know, like the retirement zoo or something. So let me know what you think of that. And still, as always, as I always mention, any names you want these animals to have, please comment them down in the comment section down below, whether it's for a specific animal or whether it's just for any animal, and I will add them in for you. So today I'm actually going to focus on expanding some of these areas. I do kind of want to put some more shops, possibly either around here, if not definitely over here, to get some more people over this way. And I'm thinking possibly along here, because there's not really much that we can do, and I don't really want to build another enclosure back to back to these ones. But we do actually, well, we don't have to, but I'm thinking of building a cougar enclosure today, because we bought 2 cougars in order to go into this enclosure, but I changed my mind and put in Timberwolves because it made more sense with a cave. So what I think we're going to do first is build some more places for guests to come over here, so it makes them want to walk around and underneath these 2 new enclosures rather than hang over onto one side and walk back. Then that way we can eventually expand our zoo this way and then eventually round the back. I kind of don't really plan much ahead, I just kind of go with whatever I kind of fancy, and I'm thinking maybe that we have like a smaller enclosure here, maybe like meerkats or something. But sorry, the door went and kind of distracted me there. So yes, we have our 2 cougars here, and I'm thinking that we add them into their own enclosure, but I think that we'll add in maybe a smaller animal in this area. We are currently in a tiger, so I kind of wanted to put something that makes sense to be in a tiger. I know I kind of went off track and put in Timberwolves, and I could have probably put Arctic wolves in there, but I think it's because I had a lot of Timberwolves in my inventory at the time, that's why I put them in there. Possibly my train of thought has kind of gone off a little bit. Oh, actually no, we're in a tropical, I believe. Yes, we're in tropical, my apologies. I'm getting sidetracked big time here. Possibly giant otter would be a nice idea, a nice different change up. I'm not really worried about the continent in which they live in, but just mainly make sure that they live in this kind of environment so we don't have to worry too much about temperature, because obviously in the enclosure for the Timberwolves I've had to put heaters in there so that they're nice and warm throughout all types of the seasons that we get here. So we do have quite a few options. I'm thinking probably go with maybe something like an otter can have, or like a platypus. I mean, a species that could kind of go together would be nice. I think you can probably do something with a koala, could be also a red kangaroo. But I don't feel like that's a very good environment for these guys to live in. I don't think obviously kangaroos would be able to live here. That might be a bit too cold for them. Fortunately, the otters can't live with anything else apparently. So let's see. Oh wow, so the common warthog can live with quite a few, but I don't think many of those can live around this area possibly. I haven't really seen any gazelles or anything, but also, I mean, African buffalo can live together in this area, but I feel like the problem with that is their area needs to be quite big. Oh, we could get a little, I love that monkey, it's so cute. Again, I don't think, oh, they do actually. We could have tapirs. Oh, do you live? Yes, they do. Okay, so we could have tapir and we could have monkeys. Let's see, and also giant anteaters. Can they live with both of those species? They can. So we could have giant anteater, this little monkey, and the tapir all together in one enclosure here. Kind of like a difference. We don't have a lot of money though, so maybe we'll wait and see about that. But first off, I am actually going to unpause because I want to make sure that we are getting some money in, as well as the staff are working on the cure, which, yes, down here, working on the cure for this disease that currently is attacking our jaguars. And we can then do some research on cougars as well, possibly, so that we can get a good head start. But first we need to make sure that everything is sorted. Education board is placed too far away. Maybe... Oh, I see. Okay, I was so confused what was going on there for a second, but it's because I copy and pasted this enclosure and then put in the green iguanas, and these have not changed to green iguana. That's fine. I was kind of worried what was going on there for a second, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So... we don't have enough space and we don't have any of those. That's fine. I will probably get another research center while we're at it then. Just pop it right there. And then we need to make sure to add it into the work zones for basically everybody. So there's that one for you, and then for the zoo as well. There we go. So that's all good. They'll be able to hopefully use that, and we can get some more research done quicker. High amounts of litter where? Oh, right here. Okay. We have a broken bin, that's why. So we'll place the bin, and we'll also copy the bin and put another one over here and over here. Oh, so much to do. Research complete. What we researched, the tree frog. Okay. What's this one? I mean, it's not too far away. The problem is I can't have it too close because I think we don't have power. I mean, to be fair, I probably can... Oh, no. I probably can move it to there. Though I don't know if that's actually right, but we'll see. We'll move it to there. Let's get rid of the heat. Get rid of that. Okay, it's actually on there, so I'll leave that there, but we don't actually have power, and the problem is we can't really get power in this area unless we probably build above, because the enclosure is so big. Oh, okay, so the little ones are about to mature, so we need to keep an eye on this because we'll need to make sure they're out of the enclosure as soon as they do, because if not, the mum and the dad will start fighting each other. So I will keep an eye on that, and as soon as they grow up, we'll make sure that they are no longer in this enclosure. I mean, there is one that I will want to keep, and I don't know which one. So we've got cream fur with black. Oh, I keep forgetting I have to click on here. We have yellow, and we have yellow orange. I think I'm going to keep this little lady with the cream colour because it seems to be not as much. I mean, it's just so much. Okay, walk over the baby. Jesus, I thought one was laying there because it's not as vibrant, but I just think it's very cute. I was kind of hoping they'd have one like the mum, a black panther, but unfortunately no. So cute how they sleep. Okay, getting sidetracked. So we now have a bit more money. We don't have a lot of money, but we have a bit more. So I think if we build in some facilities over here for the guests, and we'll definitely have to have a cash point. I think we'll just do a simple path out this way. So we'll do a 10 wide path, and it comes out here maybe. Just like that. Because it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be so that we can... maybe we'll bring it round. Maybe we'll do a line to grid. No, that's not what I said. Line to grid. And we'll just bring it round. Like so. Just delete this path here. And oh. Oh, no, no, no. That's not what I meant to do. It's not perfect. I know why it's not perfect. Bear with. Because this is too long. Okay. And then there we go. I think we'll be able to get some buildings in between here. That would be kind of cool if we can maybe get something in there. I'm thinking we'll just get like a food stall. Oh, so I'm going a bit of a hut, which is really weird. So let's just rotate these around so they're straighter. Okay, so we'll put one. I don't know if it's just my camera or something. So that's a drink. We'll have a stool there as well. Oh, there's probably no power over here. That's fine. We'll sort that out in a second. And we'll also get a small toilet block as well, which is kind of annoying that it's not. Can we like double click? And then, yeah, there we go. So then it's nicely aligned next to each other. And then we can maybe get something else in the middle here. Maybe we'll put like another small exhibit in here. We'll do that, and then we can get some nice flowers or something around here, just so that there's more things for people to do over this way. There we go. Okay, so we'll encourage people to come over here. Then maybe we can have an enclosure around here to kind of get rid of this area. We can have a load of trees and that around here. So I'm just going to pause it real quick and get in some facilities that we need, because we don't have any power over this way now. And I also need to make sure that it's not going to affect the path that we currently have. So if I popped it maybe there, is it going to affect the path? Yes, it is. So it needs to be a bit more over this way. So let's just move it to there and then just check how far that goes. That goes really far. That's cool. And also means we could probably get another one of these. So we'll copy this and we'll put another one maybe there. I don't know how it looks until I go out like this. Yep, as I thought, it's levitating. Let's just move it down so it's not levitating so much, and we'll also maybe put it on a little bit of an angle. There we go. At least we've got a couple more education boards, and hopefully that will count as the enclosure, because the wolf enclosure actually goes all the way along here technically. So they're actually walking inside the enclosure, and this here is just a fake wall to keep them in. So that took ages to kind of figure that out and make that work, so I'm glad it does now. And once we have more money and we don't have to worry too much about finances and what have you, I can sort of make these look a bit nicer and space them out a bit better. But at the moment we want to make sure that people can get around these buildings. And I think what I actually might do is completely move this so it faces the other way, and then that way it means that the queue for one won't get in the way of the other one. Oh, okay, that deletes the whole path, that's fine. We'll make that look better. It literally is just done with me apparently. Let's just move that so it faces this way and goes to there. We will fix this path. So we'll double click on here and we'll assign to grid to make it so it's nice and neat. And then also make it so that it connects well up to there. And then I think all we need to do is, oh my gosh, right. Is double click on these, and then if we move it, it should automatically, yeah. And move this one as well, and it will automatically snap back in there. And I think we might be able to get away with a path. Goes maybe like that. There you go. And then we can have viewing from all sides. I didn't realise right clicking a path actually deletes it. That's new, right? I don't remember that. It's very annoying because I right click a lot to get off things, and now that apparently deletes paths. What are you doing? Why is it snapping like that? Snap to rotation. I just snapped to position, please. Why are you doing that? Okay. There we go. I don't know what's going to go in there yet, but now we have another one of these to kind of get people over here as well, and they can view it from all sides, so it won't matter too much if obviously we have an issue. There we go. So we've got this area here. I'm thinking another enclosure over here, and then it won't matter too much if there's a bit of a queue here and here, because I'll be able to get around. I'm kind of hoping. I don't think it's going to be as busy over this side, and I just want to make sure that they've obviously got power, yes, and water. Kind of spans to here, so we may need to get something else for water. Let me just actually, can I? There we go. And then we'll actually just get in a water pump as well right next to it. There we go. And now we don't have to worry too much. We have water in this whole area. There. Perfect. And I don't think it actually like gets in the way of the path. Oh, actually it does a little bit. I think it's this, which is weird. So if I put it there, then it shouldn't hit the path. There we go. Perfect. Doesn't hit the path anymore. So that's not going to be a problem. Now I think the best thing we're going to do next is maybe doing a smaller enclosure. I'm going to unpause right now so we can get all this sort of sorted. I kind of want this one to go on to Cougars because I will be adding them eventually. But oh, unpause as well, so we can get a few more people in. Also want to make sure to add all these buildings to the work zones before I forget. So keepers and that don't really need that. I do think actually another staff room over this way would be a good idea, because then the vendors don't have to walk so far, and that actually could also help with this enclosure. So if we just get one that sits right there, and then we will just simply connect the path itself to there, and then our keepers can go into there. So maybe a keeper hut would also be a good idea, and then we can have them not have to go so far to feed each animal. Where are my keeper huts? Is this a keeper hut? It is a keeper hut. Here we go. So let's move this also over here. Maybe we'll put this side. Put it here perhaps. There we go. There we go. So that should not interfere with the path still. No, that's fine. And as I say, we just need to make sure... Oh gosh, I did not pay attention to this whatsoever, did I? So 1, 2, 3, all 3 of you into the trade centre, please. I love how I literally said I'm going to keep an eye on this and make sure none of them get hurt or anything, and I totally forgot. Look how cool she looks in the rain. Oh my god. You can calm down now, sweetie. You two are all alone now. It's just the 2 of you. Let's just get a keeper assigned to make sure they've got enough food so they don't fight over food either. So vet research is done as well, and hopefully that means yes. I mean, to be fair, it looks like we don't have to worry too much now about it, because I think they've cured Charmer and the daughter as well, so that's a big relief. I quite like this little bit, and they seem to really enjoy coming up over here and looking in, and they don't get stressed, so that's also good. Oh, some more axolotl babies. I wish the weather was a bit nicer though, so you could actually see this park. I mean, it's not very much to look at, but... Okay, getting distracted like all the time here. So we do have a bit more money now, so let's have a look at what kind of exhibit animals we can get in here. Kind of want something a little bit different. I don't think we actually have a snake yet, but I think a yellow anaconda is actually something that is found in the tropical area. So, oh, there's only one. Well, that's kind of a downer. Let's see what else there is in the tropical area. So we've got centipede, spiders. Can't really see spiders, to be fair. Insect, poison frog. Oh yeah, we've got peafowls as well. Kind of forgot about them, but they can't go with anybody. That's sad. We've already got frogs, so we don't really want frogs. So we can either have tarantulas or something. I kind of have my mind set on getting a yellow anaconda, so maybe we will do that. Oh, she's about to have her baby. I mean, she is underwater at the moment though. I don't think she'll have the baby underwater. Look how smiley she is. So cute. Oh my gosh. She's like, hee, I'm going to be a mommy. I don't know if she's actually having the baby here, or whether or not she's still trying to get out of the water. Oh, she might now be going out of the water. I'm curious because this is a little one over here. I'm curious to see if she has a boy or a girl. I'm kind of hoping for a girl, and then we can keep them together and have like a nice little mother-daughter and granddaughter kind of family unit. Here we go. Oh, can we get twins? Can you imagine? No, one little one. How so cute. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, look at the proper pose and everything. Oh my god. You're much more photogenic than the boy was. Trying to get a picture of him was really hard. Oh, and a big yawn. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Baby boy or baby girl? Baby girl! Yes! Okay, we will definitely keep a hold of that little munchkin. And our baby boy will be the first to go into the wild or into another zoo to continue the breeding line. Our wolves are having fun, having some food. I don't know if that's a little miss there. Yep, there she is. I think they're like 2 or 3 years old when they're fully grown, so we've got a while to wait until... Oh dear. Got a while to wait until she's old enough. I know that education's kind of terrible in this area because I've been struggling to get sort of areas enough for power. So like, I mean, I probably could get another one of these to go over here. Like that. That's a bit better. Oh look, they straight go there. That's interesting. I never knew they did that before. There's not really much thing I can do about this area though, because as you can see, I don't think the power reaches here, which is kind of annoying. I mean, if I was to move it over, I probably could, but then it means I'm not going to get much over this side, and I need to make sure that I don't have to put too many of these down, but they don't actually cost me anything because they're wind turbines, so they're better for our money. And we've actually got quite a few people coming over here now, so that's also good, and the vendors are actually working. And that reminds me, we got distracted. Okay, so that just took me a hot minute to realise how the hell I done this. You press G. I literally was like, how do I get the menu back? Okay, so yes, I was putting all of these into a work zone so that we can make sure that all the staff have access to it that they need to, and all the camera is weird. So there you go, that is for our keepers and our vets. For our vendors, oh, if I put it slow, yes, I put it slow. So vendors is going to be these 2 buildings and this building as well. And then for our zoo, needs to be all of these. This, 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 and this. There we go. Perfect. And I think also I need to make sure that the keepers have access to this small exhibit, which I nearly forgot, because they will need to look after the animals that eventually go in there, and I'm hoping that means that we are going to be able to get some yellow anacondas. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the cougars. I think I'm going to do a speed build possibly and see what I can do with that, and also just realize that we don't actually have any bins or anything around this area, so I need to make sure I put in a couple so we don't get high litter around this area. Put a couple. Oh, we can't put it there. That's interesting. I guess it's on even ground. Couple around here as well, because they are actually throwing litter down around here. Kind of annoying. There we go. Right, so I think this actually needs to be moved over here. There we go. I'll actually just put another one over this side. Buy our stuff, please. Right. Oh, let's actually check this. So that's the green tree frog again, which is actually done now, so she's free, so go on the axolotl. and we can hopefully get them into nicer conditions. Right, no more getting distracted. Let's see. Oh, okay, we'll grab these then. Not very great, but that's fine. We'll get these two and we will move them straight into their new enclosure. And we will go straight over and check that the humidity and temperature are perfect. There we go. And as for their layout, unfortunately we can't do anything, but they are happy in there, and we now have a new animal on show. So now we have the yellow anaconda, which there's one right here actually. There we go. The detail is actually insane. Considering you don't really get to do anything with them, they still look incredible. Now what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to decide where to put this cougar enclosure, going to look into how much space they need, and then going to build a basic enclosure for them to enjoy so we can get the cougars in and also bring people over to this side of the zoo. And then I think the next episode we'll think about what more animals we kind of want to do, and also we now have some more baby hippos on the way. Insane. This group is getting bigger by the moment. I'm excited, and we can then kind of decide what kind of animals to put over there, though I'm kind of leaning towards the monkey, tapir and the kookaburra as well, all in one big enclosure together. Will be quite exciting. Maybe we do like a sinking enclosure, or maybe even a walk enclosure. I haven't actually done that yet and kind of want to learn how to do it, so I think we'll do that maybe with like farm animals. I don't know, we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, I'm gonna build something over this side for the cougar enclosure, just so it brings people over to this side of the zoo, and also to kind of get rid of this dead space over here, because there's not really much we're going to do. So yeah, I'll probably decorate this a little bit with some trees and some shrubs and some plants and stuff, just so it looks a bit nicer. So I'm going to jump into a speed build very shortly once I've kind of planned it out. Okay, so that is the Cougar Enclosure built. I'm quite happy with it. It didn't come out exactly to plan, but I kind of like the whole idea of having like a little river running through here. I was actually going to add a waterfall, I think, to one of the other enclosures, which I will sort out next episode. But I think this episode's gone on long enough. I'm just waiting for the female to be added into this enclosure. I'm not sure if she already has been. I've actually renamed him to Saber. And I'm hoping she's going to be in here somewhere. Oh, she is already in here. So let's just rename this to the Cougar Enclosure. And we will go and find the female. And I think I'm going to call her Siri. And here she is, beautiful girl. My apologies. But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. Apologies for my dog just then, just deciding that he was going to make an appearance in the video like he always wants to. He likes to lay next to me now that I've moved my recording studio, so he's quite happy with that. But I actually quite like this enclosure. I'm not too sure on the mismatch of trees, but I didn't want too much of the same thing over and over again. So I've kind of added in palm trees as well as other trees like the pines over here, because obviously, or the spruce trees, because I kind of go with what the wolves have in their enclosure, and the other ones kind of go tropically with the ones in like the jaguar. They've got the same trees here, so it's kind of continuing over, as well as the banana ones into this one. And I actually quite like how much greenery there is in here. I really try to do something with the waterfall. Obviously I'm not too fussed about the back end because no one's going to see that. All I'm concentrating on is what people are going to see when they stand here and look in, and it actually does not look too bad. Obviously it's got the two-way glass, so they're not going to get stressed out, and hopefully, fingers crossed, by next episode we will actually have little cougars running around. So very exciting. So this episode we've added in yellow anacondas and added back our cougars, and I think next episode is going to be a animal exhibit, and I want you guys to comment down below if you want me to change my mind, but if not, I will probably go with what we looked at a moment ago and have all three species, fingers crossed, once we can afford it, in the same enclosure. I may have to possibly play on one of my other zoos in order to be able to get some more conservation credits so that we can afford the animals we need, because we are going to need to get tapirs. But these tapirs, they're not too bad, so that's okay. I'm not going to buy them right now. I'm not really fussed about worrying about that this second, even though, yeah, see, she's not very good fertility. That's why she's quite low. We do want to get kind of young animals. Oh, actually, you know what? We'll end this on a high. She is about to have some more babies. But yeah, I think that's kind of the plan going forward. If there's any animals that you want to see in this Let's Play, then please let me know down below. I am going to be trying to keep to tropical theme animals only, because that is the zoo we are currently playing in. The only reason I added in the Timberwolves is because I'm fussy and I love my wolves and I wanted to have them in, and it kind of made sense to me because they obviously have a cave. Oh, so we got one little one, which is a boy, and he is yellow fur. We also have another boy, he is cream fur. Are you gonna give us... Okay, we got another boy, he's yellow orange, and three little boys. Interesting that we haven't had one that is melanistic, so I'm kind of hoping that we can get another sort of little ones from these two, and hopefully we can get one that is melanistic and we can keep that one so that we can breed in the future. But at least we've got 3 new little ones to add to our collection here. Super exciting. I cannot wait to add some more animals into this zoo, and also just experience the young and try and keep it going. I mean, at the moment we're not doing amazing. But obviously we started off with nothing, and now we have 4 big enclosures, we have 4 little enclosures. So I think that's the issue we're having. We're not getting as much people in, so hopefully now that they actually have to travel around the zoo a lot more, so they actually have to go over this side of the zoo in order to see in here, and maybe we actually just get in. Oh, actually it would help if I put this like this so they can actually see the animals that they are viewing, and also probably get some donation boxes in, because I did forget that, and you never want to forget the donation boxes because that's where a lot of the money actually comes from. I'm hoping they'll be able to see the cougars well from where they're standing, so that we don't have to worry about too much of maybe adding in any sort of viewing area, because I don't want to overdo it too much, because even though this is a big enclosure, it's like 4,000, so just under 4,000, and even though it's quite big, there's not actually as much space as you think. I really don't know how they're supposed to only have like 1,000. Like, I love these big enclosures, and I know that's costing me money, but that's fine to me because it looks so good at the end of the day, and I might just make sure to call a keeper to make sure they get some food. I do really like these like purpley blue plants. They seem to like almost glow in the dark and really make it sort of a nice setting. I don't know where my cougars are right now. Oh, they're hanging around the back, so I think viewing these guys is going to be quite difficult because they do seem to want to hide a lot, which is fair enough. I can't really see where I'm supposed to be able to view that. I thought that would be on the over. Oh yes, so they really can't see them very well. But we'll see. Maybe we'll have something that comes over here. Maybe, yeah, because I don't want to get too close to here, because if I could actually, I don't actually know if they can climb up there. If they can't, maybe we have a path that sort of comes up here, and then that will be out of their way. Where is one? They're really hard to find, actually. Are they both hanging around the back here? I mean, it would make sense because that's like the most dense area for them to hide in. That's actually interesting. I cannot find one. I swear one just went over here. Haven't gone behind here, have they? Can they go behind waterfalls? I don't think so. I'm probably literally going right over them. Let's see. Where are they? Oh, Zuri is right there. Look at that. You gonna sit down? No, you're gonna climb down. Okay. It's interesting because it says they don't have any climbing requirements, but they obviously do because they like to climb. Are you gonna sit still so I can get a nice picture? Yeah, well, I was actually gonna check if they can't escape. Oh, we're both together now. They can climb up to this part, but they can't get up to the top, so that's okay. Not that I think they're really going to bother. But yeah, I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Any comments and suggestions, pop them down into the description below. Appreciate you as always. I hope you have a lovely day. And all I'll say now is, bye!